So we are now getting prepared for the semifinals.
All right.
So let's start with the 30-pound division. Here is your bracket. We're going to have Mirage versus Kazaa Lite. That's right. Flamethrower's still alive. And then we have Anxiety taking on Phenomenon at the bottom of the bracket. Georgia versus Maryland. Very excited to see how that
Brandon
works
is
out.
used to fighting those Georgia folks. I think he'll hold his own in that one.
He's going to be just fine. But yes, this is going to be an explosive 30-pound bracket when we go into the finals. I'm really excited to see it.
That Mirage and Kazaa Lite fight could be explosive as well, Kyle.
Listen, Kazaa weighs 19 pounds, he said, but I gotta say, there is a lot of plastic on Mirage.
Are they filled with hydrogen or something? How do they make it so light and be full of flammable gas?
I don't think the gas counts. I think you can have as much as you want.
All right.
All right, so let's get to it. Let's meet our competitors in the next fight. Take us away. Cage 1, it's Mirage.
All right, well, we will see.
And Kazaa Lite. So Kazaa and Mirage. Mirage bought by Matthew Marini. This is their first event. They're from Palm City, Florida, but their first event here at NHRL. And, you know, not a bad run for your first time here at NHRL.
No, not at all. To make it this far and to still be in it, pretty awesome. Now, it is not Kazaa Lite's first fight. All right, you can hear these robots activating. Classic BL Heli startup sound.
All right, so Joshua Reinhardt, he has brought Kazaa Lite. Let's check out the tail of the tape of these two robots.
All right, Mirage from Matthew Marini from Palm City, Florida. It's a vertical spinner. Today's record is 3-1. His NHRL debut is today. And you know what? Kazaa Lite, Joshua Reinhardt, Norwich, Connecticut with a flamethrower, also 3-1, also debuting today.
Two very different design philosophies, but nonetheless very successful in today's competition.
Pretty similar tail of the tape on these ones, despite those differences in both weapon and weight. Let's head to the booth and hear about this fight.
Interesting fight here. You've got a shuffler on the one half in Mirage, which can weigh up to 45 pounds. And Kazaa Lite is way underweight today. Although it could weigh 30, it only weighs 19.
Yeah, absolutely stunning, the difference between the weight allowance and what it actually weighs. And it is going to be really interesting to see if that front wedge on Kazaa Lite can actually be effective against such a heavy opponent.
5.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one for Kazaa Lite.
As with so many robots, the key for Kazaa Lite here is to get around to the sides or the back of its opponent.
The sound of Mirage is incredible.
There's that fire! And that was a good torching. I mean, the spinning blade, it looks like, is almost able to put out the fire on the front of Kazaa Lite.
Now, Mirage has been dominant in drive today, but their weapon consistently goes down. As we see, again, it seems to have gone down.
Now, Kazaa Lite is interesting because it has an ability to turn that fire up and down, but even at a low level of blast, like we're seeing here, that will still damage an opponent if it can direct it to the right spot.
I am seeing a lot of flame inside of Kazaa Lite, not quite where you want it to be.
True, but that is unfortunately the reality of many flame-based robots. If you can have a flame move forward, it means you need air to move forward, which means you need a pathway where conceivably that flame could also move backward and come back and visit you.
Now, Mirage, very dominant, as we said, in drive today, just using its weight and these cleated shuffler feet to really grab into the ground and bully its opponents around. Kazaa Lite was having issues. It's such a lightweight robot that after pushing around big robots for 3 minutes, it was very slow towards the end of its earlier
Yeah,
fight.
that said, look, this is incredible. The fact that it's able to push around that 45-pound robot at all is nuts.
Yeah. Great traction on those little wheels that Kazaa Lite is using. And we'll see, basically, this is a test of drivetrain durability as you're full speed pushing an opponent around. And Kazaa Lite seems to be going slow. I do wonder if this is an overheating issue on their internals.
Yeah, the
combination.
right-hand side still spinning its wheels. Left-hand side just barely, but hey, it comes back to life.
Yeah, it could be overheating, triggering sort of a reset there, maybe. All the flames getting sucked inside combined with hard pushing is not good for your electronics.
No, and you can see, oh, it's interesting. If you look very closely at them, you can see the pilot light, excuse me, the glow plug on Kazaa Lite. When it stops moving, that glow goes away.
Interesting. So they
the
are
entire
having
system is dying or fading anyway.
some sort of intermittent issue.
Very, very interesting. That said, not looking good for Kazaa
Yeah,
Lite.
could
They
be,
off to a great start, but
It's similar to its last fight, just really great in the beginning and slowing down as it goes on. I wonder if it's a battery life issue. You know, first bot jitters here. Both of these bots rookies. But Mirage still going strong, so I think if this does make it to the judges, it's going to go to Mirage, in my opinion, as they dominate
I think you're right.
this fight.
This is one of the best first showings we've seen from Joshua Reinhardt. He shows up with really interesting fire robots time and time again, but so often there is something about our cages, something about the arena, something about the floor that was just unanticipated and doesn't go quite right. This very well could have been a situation like that. That said, we are going to head to the desk, see what the commentary is, and they will take us to the judge's decision in just a few moments.